All right. Hey, everyone. Thank you for attending our transfer talk with Central State University. We're very fortunate. Oh, hey, Heather, how are you? We're very fortunate to have the director of our Student Resource Center, Brittany Gassner, here with us today, who will have a short presentation. Now, you can, if you have questions, Brittany does have time at the end for that. But if you put it into the chat, we will get to it and make sure we interrupt Brittany along the way. So without further ado, take it away, Brittany.
Awesome. Thanks, Derek. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk about Central State University and the free bachelor completion program for any Eastern Gateway graduate or their family members. So I just want to keep reiterating that throughout our presentation. I want to tell you a little bit about Central State University. Central State University, it's located in Wilberforce, Ohio, very tiny town between Dayton and Columbus. It is a historically Black college and university and a land-grant institution. So what that means is there is a lot of history jam-packed at Central State University, okay? Much like Eastern Gateway Community College, they are regionally accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. They also have programmatic accreditation for certain programs. So what does that mean for you? That just means there's validity behind your degree when you graduate. Also, it's going to allow for easy transfer of credit opportunities for students coming from Eastern Gateway to Central State because they're both part of the University System of Ohio. I'm actually going to go ahead and admit students whenever they come in. It's a public nonprofit institution. So I'm sure everybody's kind of heard about for-profit institutions. We want to make sure that we stay away from for-profit institutions with this partnership. So that's why we did partner with Central State University. And I'm not sure if you can really see my bottom line, but right now the programs are 100% online, but we only offer 5 programs at this time. And we're going to dive more into that in a second. So who's eligible for this benefit? Again, any Eastern Gateway graduate. Okay, if you earn your certificate or your associate's degree at Eastern Gateway, you can go ahead and continue on at Central State University. Also, any of your family members can take advantage of the free college benefit as well. Okay, if they already meet the admissions requirements, they can attend at Central State University. If they don't meet the admissions requirements, we want them to go ahead and get started at Eastern Gateway Community College. And we'll talk about the admissions requirements in a second. Also, if you are a union member or have any active or retired union members in your family or friends, they can take advantage of this. Any of their spouses and partners or any of their family members as well. Okay, so what programs are available? Right now, we offer a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with a concentration in management. Now, management is the only concentration at this time, but we are looking to expand to accounting, agricultural business, marketing, finance, and information technology as well within that business administration degree. So business administration, it really emphasizes general education requirements and offers a very solid foundation in business principles and fundamentals. So some graduates go on to work as like a CPA, an accountant, some go into the finance realm, some become entrepreneurs. We also offer education. It's a Bachelor of Science in Education, and it has 2 different focus areas. The first is early childhood education. Early childhood education is designed in the state of Ohio for pre-K through 5th grade, okay? And then we also offer intervention specialist. This is designed for K through 12, mild and moderate, meaning this is a special education program. So if you have any interest to teach in special education between kindergarten and 12th grade, this will be the program for you. Now, both of these programs lead to licensure in the state of Ohio. So once you graduate, you'll be licensed to teach in the state of Ohio in either early childhood education or intervention specialist. If you do not live in Ohio or you plan to move, that's okay too, because there's reciprocity between Ohio and 48 other states. So you can transfer your education degree and that licensure to one of those states. Now, every state's a little bit different on how the transfer process works. So you'll want to go ahead and work with your local credentialing office. Say if you move to, I don't know, Texas, you'd want to work with that credentialing office to see how you could transfer your license, but that opportunity is there for you. Next, we have criminal justice. It's a Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice. You know, it's just kind of an extension of our criminal justice degree at EGCC. So you're really going to discuss corrections, homeland security, criminology, theory, and psychology behind criminal behavior. And then we also offer a Bachelor of Arts in Humanities is Interdisciplinary Studies. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to I wanted to scroll down a little bit, but this program is really designed to maximize the transfer of credit opportunities for students. It's going to give you a really well-rounded education in a variety of topics. Some of the classes you will need to take would be history, communications, philosophy. You will need to take foreign language as well as your general education classes. And then you really get to choose your focus areas. So as you can tell, like we don't have a degree in psychology at this time, but if you wanted to really focus on psychology, you wouldn't have a degree in it, but you could choose to take, 18 credits and have a focus in psychology. Same with like political science or biology or math. I'm not a math person, but more power to you if you are. So that program is kind of a catch-all for a lot of our students, especially if you're coming into Central State with maybe an associate's degree from EGCC, and maybe you also took like 30 credits at a different institution, 10 at another institution. That can really bring in all the credits and maximize your transfer of credit, okay? So will my credits be accepted? Eastern Gateway as well as Central State have programmatic articulation agreements that allow for the first 2 years of your program to be completed at EGCC and then transferred to Central State. There's a caveat. If you take a degree, say you earn your teacher education degree at EGCC and you want to go on for business at Central State, well, not all those credits in education may transfer to the business degree. So you will have to have an official transfer of credit evaluation completed to see what classes may transfer over. But again, we are part of the university system and we do have those articulation agreements to allow for maximum transfer of credit possible. If you have questions about your specific transfer of credit or your specific scenario or student situation, go ahead and reach out to us at Union Benefit at centralstate.edu. And we can discuss that with you on a case-by-case basis. And if I'm talking too fast, somebody let me know, okay? So how much will this cost? Again, there's zero out-of-pocket cost to you, okay? So you'll just need to complete your application and then complete your free application for federal student aid, the FAFSA, and complete any verification steps. And you must maintain continuous enrollment throughout the program. So I'm going to break that down for you. A lot of students ask, why do I have to complete the FAFSA if this is a free college benefit? Sorry about my dogs as well. So students, in order to get this last dollar scholarship for this free college benefit, students will need to complete the FAFSA. If they qualify for any Pell Grants, we use that Pell Grant monies first towards the cost of tuition, and any leftover tuition charges, ebooks, and fees is covered by this last dollar scholarship. If students do not qualify for any Pell Grant, that's totally okay. We will use that last dollar scholarship to cover the full amount of tuition, ebooks, and fees. Okay. And then the must maintain continuous enrollment throughout graduation. We want students to graduate. A lot of the reason this is a bachelor completion program is a lot of students did not complete their degree to begin with, and they're coming through this program in order to finish it. So we want to make sure you actually finish what you started. So we want you to take at least one class per semester throughout until you graduate. If there is a mitigating circumstance and you're unable to take a class this semester, you just have to go ahead and let us know so that we can, continue to work with you and make sure you stay on track. Okay. Awesome. So what do I need to qualify? You must have an associate's degree or at least 60 transferable credits with a cumulative GPA of a 2.2 from all your previous colleges, okay? So you have to have at least 60 credits and a 2.2 in order to be accepted, okay? There is no admissions tests, there's no admissions essay. Those are the two caveats, and those are the admissions standards. Okay, and if you have 60 credits from EGCC, and you're in a degree seeking program, we want you to complete your associate's degree first, okay? We do not want you to transfer as soon as you hit 60 credits, okay? We want you to complete your associate's degree. So how do I get started? You're going to first apply to Central State University at this link. And Derek, I'll go ahead and send that link out to everybody too, so you can include it in the follow-up. You're going to press apply now, and then you're actually going to choose transfer students. Then you're going to go ahead and complete the free application for federal student aid, that FAFSA. You're going to add the school code here, the 003026, to the FAFSA so that your results get sent to Central State. And then we're going to need all official transcripts from your previous colleges or universities sent to uniontranscripts@centralstate.edu. What we can do is, if you send me an email, and I will put my email in the chat in a little bit. If you send me an email, I can actually have the registrar's office at Eastern Gateway send your Eastern Gateway official transcript to Central State University at no cost. You'll just need to email me, okay? And now that you've applied, what's next? You're going to go ahead and you're going to get an acceptance letter, and you're also going to be able to make an appointment with an enrollment specialist, just like you did at Eastern Gateway, to get registered for your first semester. Okay, so there is going to be a calendar, just like there is at Eastern Gateway, where you choose the date and the time that you want to be contacted. At that specific date and time, an advisor is going to call you. They're going to discuss the program with you, your transfer of credits, what classes you have left to take, and your specific path to graduation. They're also going to go over how the classes are set up and what you should expect from the school, what the school should expect from you. And just like at Eastern Gateway, you do need to meet with an advisor your first semester. From then on, you can choose to self-register, or you can meet with an advisor every semester to make sure you're on track. I encourage students to at least meet with an advisor every semester, because sometimes you forget about all the different tools and resources that may be available for you, or maybe you just kind of want a refresher on some study habits. Your advisor can assist you with that. So how are classes set up? The similarities between Eastern Gateway and Central State are huge. So I think that you're really going to feel comfortable with this transition. So just like at Eastern Gateway, Central State is a 16-week semester, and it's broken into 2 8-week sessions. So students can choose to take 1 or 2 classes for the first 8 weeks, be super concentrated on that material. Once those 8 weeks are up, they get a final grade in those classes, and they move on to a new set of classes for another 8 weeks. Okay. Now, school year runs all year, or the school semesters run all year. So you have a fall, a spring, and a summer, just like at Eastern Gateway. Students can also fit their coursework into their busy life, right? So you have 24/7 access to your classroom. So you can go into your class anytime, day or night. You can do your readings, your assignments, your lectures. We're never going to say you have to be in class Monday morning at 9 a.m. You know, it's very asynchronous. It's whenever is best for you. You can log in at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. whenever you like to get your schoolwork done. I'm a night owl, so I do all my work super late at night. If you're like me, that works fine. Again, you have 24/7 access to your classroom, and your books are ebooks, and they're embedded in your class in day 1, just like for most of your courses at Eastern Gateway. Okay, and then there's a very small student to instructor ratio. The majority of students, or the majority of classes, have no more than 40 students per class. And we are actually introducing a new classroom platform that's really similar to Canvas. It's called D2L Brightspace. So I think that transition to the classroom platform is going to be very easy for you as well. So what support services are available? You have 24/7 access to a live tutor called Upswing, different tutoring services. There's also on-campus tutoring services. Obviously, you won't live on campus. However, they do virtual tutoring services as well. There's library services, so you have access to an online librarian, different research hubs. You have interlibrary loan, and a lot of really great services there. Also, librarians do a webinar I think it's once a month or once a quarter, just that you're comfortable with every resource the library has. There's also counseling services, an office of accessibility, There's career services. Within career services, you are going to be working with career service advisors who will help you from the day that you start classes all the way past graduation. There's resume writing workshops, interviewing skills. There's also an interactive job board that you have access to. And then you have faculty and staff support at every level. So there's student support, student service staff, the faculty is unionized, and then you have the Student Resource Center to call as well. So who can I contact? The information is here. We do have a Student Resource Center, and that phone number is listed as well as the email. We are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. Eastern time, as well as Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. Eastern time. If you have questions about transcripts, you can email uniontranscripts@centralstate.edu, or if you have questions for me, you can actually reach out to Brittany Gassner at bgassner@centralstate.edu, and I can assist you as well. So my recommendation is actually just to whip out your smartphone and take a picture of this screen so you have all the contact information, but we're also going to go ahead and get this PowerPoint available to you all as well. And then finally, everything looks good. You're about to graduate from Eastern Gateway. When can you get started? We actually have a May 24th start date for a lot of our students. And then we also have June 7th. Okay. And that was it for me. I'm gonna look at some of the chats and I'll answer it. Okay, my application is done. I just have to wait to submit my transcripts. So far, I need humanities. Okay, great. Once you, Samantha, once your final grades post, you can go ahead and send me an email and I can have your official transcript sent to Central State so that we can make an admissions decision and get the ball rolling for you, okay? Is there any questions for me? Oh, perfect.
I did have one question, Ms. Gassner, if that's okay. Are all the same unions, or if a student came to EGCC, they're still the union or whatever, it still covers everything?
Yeah, so as long as you're an Eastern Gateway graduate or family member of an EGCC graduate, or if you're a union member, everything, there's no out-of-pocket cost to you, so you won't ever have to open your checkbook or anything like that. The tuition and the fees are all covered, as well as your ebooks. If you decide that, hey, I don't want an ebook, I actually want to purchase a hardcover or hardback book, you may have to do that on your own, but we provide the ebook options. And then you can also print out, you can have the bookstore print out book or the pages or the chapters for you as well, if you really need that tangible, that book in your hands.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, Brittany, I have a question now.
Yeah.
So I knew before that it was available for the union program. So if a student has graduated from EGCC but is not a union member, they have the ability to go to Central State as well?
Yes, yes, they do. Any EGCC graduate, whether they are a union member or not.
Okay, and they get the same like benefit, based on Pell First and then that last dollar scholarship?
Absolutely.
Okay,
which is super
great.
exciting. I know.
That part.
Yeah, it's something we need to do a better job of on my end of promoting within Eastern Gateway because it is an amazing benefit. We actually just did a survey to our Eastern Gateway students who, get to take advantage of the union benefit. And they said 99% of them said that they would recommend this to a friend or a colleague or family member. So we want to make sure that we get this out to everybody, including Eastern Gateway graduates. And it's something to continue to incentivize lifelong learning for our students. So very excited for this.
Now, how recently a EGCC grad, like one this year or like a year or so ago?
We have no time frame.
Okay,
so,
awesome.
Yeah.
I have a couple that graduated a couple years ago that didn't go on because of costs, and they couldn't help them go away to school.
Exactly. So give them our contact information. Absolutely.
Awesome. Like I said, there's a couple. I'll definitely reach out for.
Awesome. And I think we got some chat questions. So I'm going to open them up. Is there a trios program at Central State University? There is, and I can make sure I get that information out to everybody. I don't work too closely with the trio program at CSU, but it's something that I need to get better at myself. So I will make introductions to everybody with the CSU trio team. I registered with someone at Central State for the fall semester, and I was wondering what my next steps are. Heather, go ahead and reach out to me specifically so that we can make sure that your next enrollment steps are taken care of. You should be enrolled in an orientation class. There is it's an orientation class that has no grades, and it's not mandatory, but it just acclimates you to what it's going to be like to be an online student at Central State, because it might be a little bit different, even though there's a lot of similarities. You know, every school is a little bit different. So you should be registered in a free orientation class to get comfortable. You're welcome, everybody. Oh, more questions, good. Okay, perfect. Yes, feel free to contact me. I know this is a small group, but whoever's watching this on the recording too, please feel free to contact me. I will put my contact information one more time in the chat. I'll be happy to help everybody. Derek, I'll turn it back over to you.
Well, awesome. If there are no more questions, thank you everyone for attending. I know I got stuff out of this. Mary Beth and I both didn't know, just that we thought it was just the union students. So knowing that it's all EGCC students, I mean, really past and present is great to learn. So yes, Samantha, can't wait to join CSU, absolutely. So we want to thank, again, Brittany Gassner. Obviously, she's very accommodating. Working with Brittany, I know that she will get to your questions as soon as she does. And usually she is very quick about that. I know she's busy and has a million things on her plate, but she is a great resource for our EGCC students that are looking to go to CSU. So again, I want to thank her and thank everyone for joining. If there's no more questions, I'm going to stop recording. And we're good. You guys can